Hey, it's Brian Valentine again, and in this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you how you can go out there and steal backlinks from other link builders, which will make your job a whole lot easier. It's going to save you a whole bunch of time. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to go out and find blogs that other individuals have already commented on. They've already done all of the hard work, and then you're going to come right in right behind them and snatch up all of those links. And then what we're going to do is we're going to run it through Scrapebox's blog analyzer, and we're going to sift it and sort it and make sure that it's a platform that Scrapebox is able to post to. And by the end of this video, you're going to have a nice size master link library for future use. And that's the whole objective with Scrapebox. You want to gather a nice little amount of URLs so that for your future projects, you can simply deploy a campaign immediately. So let's go ahead and jump in, just jump right on in. And what we're going to do here is we're going to scrape Blog Engine blogs to find us some links. And the reason that we're choosing Blog Engine blogs is because prior to a few months ago, Blog Engine used to be wide open and on auto approve. So it's a lot of people who've targeted these blogs and already spammed the hell out of them. And now what we're going to do is go right in right behind them and snatch up all of their hard work. So let's double check and make sure that our use proxies box is checked. We always want to double check our proxies. Scrapebox will warn you if you aren't using proxies, but try to make it a habit to double check if you're using proxies, and also make it a habit to see if you're using your open proxies or your private proxies. And the reason that you want to double check that is because with your private proxies, you want to save that for some of your more serious work, and you want to use your open proxies for a lot of your heavy lifting, etc. So I burn up the open proxies whenever I can. Now let's go ahead and set this results to 10. Obviously, you can crank this up to 1,000 if you're trying to scrape as many blogs as possible. But for the sake of this video, let's go ahead and set it to 10. And now let's go ahead and click on Blog Engine blogs. And let's go ahead and enter in a few keywords. For this example, let's just go ahead and use golf clubs and golf bags. And now let's click Start Harvesting. Now the Scrapebox is complete. Let's go ahead and click OK. And this is the keyword statistics window, which shows you which keywords have been completed and which haven't been completed. And we're not going to worry about that right now. So let's just go ahead and click on close. Now you always want to either remove duplicate URLs or duplicate domains depending upon the task. And for this tutorial, let's just go ahead and remove duplicate domains. And let's click OK. Now let's right click on this very first one and open this up in an internal browser. I want to show you something real quick. And the way that this internal browser works is it works directly with Scrapebox. So you can click this up and down arrow and you can see right over here that the URL harvested list is going to scroll through that as well. So you can also press this X and delete URLs from that list in the background. So you'll eventually end up with an entire list of blogs that's already heavily commented on. So now let's go ahead and scroll through and find link builders who've already commented on these blogs. And you can always take a look at the scroll bar, because the smaller that the scroll bar is, that means that the longer that the page is, and most likely it's a whole page of comments. So let's go ahead and randomly choose one of these URLs so I can show you exactly what it is that we're going to be doing here. And later on in the video, I'm going to show you how to do all of this within Scrapebox. Let's just pick this link to analyze and let's right click on it and open it up in our default browser. Now let's randomly choose one of these links and click on it. And as you can see here, they got a page rank of 4. So they got some good link juice flowing from somewhere. Let's see where they're getting their link juice from. What we want to do is let's copy this URL of their money site without the HTTP or without the www. And let's then go over to siteexplorer.search.yahoo.com and let's paste in their URL. And we want to manually eyeball or analyze their backlinks. Let's go ahead and click on Explore URL. Now let's click this In Links button and let's drop down this Show In Links box and let's choose Accept from this domain. And let's drop down this box right next to it and Show Entire Site. And as you can see, they've got over 50,000 links in about 3,600 pages. So I'll show you how we're going to exploit all of those pages in just a minute. Remember, we're just analyzing their backlinks from the default external browser. And this is a long process. I'm going to show you how it's done within Scrapebox in just a minute. I just wanted you to understand what it is that we're doing, because when you're doing things in Scrapebox, it's kind of like you're in unfamiliar territory. And when I show you these steps in a regular browser, it's like, oh, okay, that's all he's doing. Okay, cool. So I kind of wanted to show you in a web browser the steps that we're taking. And also throughout all of the modules, I'll be breaking things down like this, step by step, and explaining why we're doing what we're doing. All right. But anyway, let's go ahead and head back to Scrapebox so I can show you how we will use this to our advantage and start building our link library. So for right now, let me show you how this process works. And we're only going to use this one URL that we analyzed in Yahoo Site Explorer. First, let's save our blog engine list that we harvested earlier so we can come back to it later. I got a little trick for that as well. Now let's click Export URL List and Export as Text. Let's navigate to the folder where we want to save our list. And let's name it and save the list. Now let's clear our harvested URLs list, and let's click OK to confirm that we want to clear our harvested URLs. That's cool. Now you remember that when we went out to Yahoo Site Explorer, we saw about 3,600 pages. And here's how we're going to use all of those pages to our advantage.